The fire at Chapman's Peak in Cape Town has reportedly been contained. Earlier today, roads had to be closed to allow emergency services to fight the blaze. 2 helicopters were deployed to assist as well. To get an update now, I'm joined by Trevor Abrams from Working on Fire, who joins us from Cape Town. Trevor, thanks for your time this evening. It must have been a very, very long day. Can you take us briefly through the timeline of this fire today?
Good evening, Marcel. This fire was reported to the Table Mountain Fire authorities and it's been handled by Philip Prince, the fire manager for Sandparks. And it was rather late in terms of fires, in terms of the day, past 6. We had to deploy helicopters, 3 of them in fact, 1 under contract to the city of Cape Town and also 2 to the Sandparks as part of the Working on Fire program. But I think it is also testimony to the effectiveness and importance of the aerial resources that they were very effective in combating the spread of this fire. And with literally in half an hour, we were able to stand down and return to base. And Philip Prince was able to declare the fire contained. Of course, at the moment, there are still NECC and VWS firefighters who are patrolling the contained area. And tomorrow morning, a new team of Working on Fire ground team will be coming in to ensure that the fire is completely doused and doesn't stand up again and spread. There is quite a fresh breeze. I think I've seen just about 20 knots southeasterly blowing. But fortunately, it's offshore from the Chapman Peak area. So all of the things are working in our favor, and we should, in fact, put this fire to bed by tomorrow midday.
We're seeing some interesting visuals while we're speaking, I think, provided by you of the aerial assistance, those 2 helicopters that were deployed to assist. There has been quite a bit of discussion over the last while about the deployment of helicopters when fighting these fires. These seem to be deployed very, very quickly. Can you tell us why? And is it because of the positioning of that fire today?
I think there's 2 factors. One, I think we have helicopters on standby in Table Mountain National Park. And I think also Philip Prince, as the manager, the fire manager of that, has ample experience in terms of dealing with fires on the Table Mountain range, which is obviously proximate to urban areas. So the response has always been to try and have maximum response to kind of contain it quite quickly. And this is testimony to it, that, within half an hour, the fire was sufficiently contained for the helicopters to retreat. If you look at those pictures, you'll see that there's fairly steep areas of the mountain, and trying to fight the fire simply with ground forces in that type of environment is quite difficult and challenging. So your aerial resources, be they the helicopter bombers or the fixed-wing bombers, are very important in combating the wildland fires that we are experiencing at present. And of course, with climate change, I think the threat is only likely to increase as we go into the future.
Is it too soon to talk about possible causes for this fire? I mean, I was in Cape Town in January when we had that very, very first heat wave, 37 degrees and upwards if you're looking in the Boerland. Are you surprised that there haven't been more fires because of the heat, or is it as a result of a combination of various things, the wind, of course, being key as well?
Well, some of the fires attract attention, but we've actually had aerial resources at over 80 fires in the Western Cape region since the start of the fire season. So it has been a busy fire season already, even though we had rains into December. In terms of the cause of this fire, I think the Table Mountain authorities are investigating and will obviously announce what they found through the investigation in terms of the start of this fire. But you are in a fire-prone area, and you have people close to the wildland area. And as we all know, about 90% of the fires do originate with people who started in one form or another. So we'll have to see the investigation in terms of what is actually the cause of this fire.
Okay, thank you so much for your time and your insight. That's Trevor Abrams from Working on Fire. His team very, very busy by the sounds of what he's just explained, the fire season. As he said, not all the fires make the news, and that doesn't mean that they haven't been busy indeed.